Welcome, educators. My name is Stephen Hoots, and I am the Academic Dean of Accelerated College of the Bible International. Thank you for joining me in this session, Preparing Students for Liftoff, where we explore opportunities awaiting your graduates as they enter the world of college, careers, and beyond. Over the next few minutes, we will discover how important good academic records are when applying for work, advancing in a career, attending college or university, or joining a branch of the military. Explore with me as we learn how earning model or quality status with A.C.E. School of Tomorrow can benefit your students long after they have graduated from your school. You will even discover how many schools are finding their very best staff right in their own learning centers. Stay tuned to see how these valuable ideas can prepare your students to soar. Preparing students for liftoff. Ezekiel 38:7 says, "Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them." This verse instructs us not only to prepare ourselves, but those who are assembled to us. This gives us a mandate to be sure to prepare our students for the path God has called them to travel. We are the guard, it says, for those to whom we are sent. We owe it to our students to be sure they are prepared for the gift of God in their lives. The Word of God teaches that every life has purpose. Every child has a God-ordained purpose in their life. You see, before God dispatched this child to this earth, He packed in their suitcase everything they need to become what He called them to become. It is our duty, our responsibility as a Christian educator to help them discover what that purpose is for their lives. If we fail to prepare them for their God-given purpose, then we have failed our students. What happens when students leave your learning center? Are they prepared for what comes next? Have you provided adequate validation for college and careers? Nearly every day, without fail, it is inevitable some student or parent will contact the corporate office of A.C.E. School of Tomorrow or Lighthouse Christian Academy to request their school records. Maybe it's a job promotion or entering the military or even returning to school for an advanced degree. So first, let me explain the obvious. A.C.E. School of Tomorrow is a curriculum publisher and distributor. It is not a school, and it does not retain student records. They will have an invoice on file for your order, but they have no knowledge if it was completed or by whom. No academic records are kept on file by A.C.E. Lighthouse Christian Academy, however, is a fully accredited school. If a student is enrolled in LCA, or if they were enrolled in either of our predecessors, Living Heritage Academy or Missionary Accelerated Christian Education, we have records, permanent records. Now, that concept of permanent records is a concept that so many seem unable to grasp. Does everyone understand the full meaning of permanent records? Permanent means lasting or intending to last or remain unchanged indefinitely. Surely, I need not define indefinitely. Too many schools close and their permanent records aren't preserved. Too many church or schools leadership changes and the new leadership has no vision for the school, so someone cleans everything out, including permanent records. Or homeschooling parents see all of this clutter. After all, Johnny and Susie are grown, so I don't see any reason to hang on to all of this stuff. Wrong. Those are permanent records. That means they need to be preserved forever. It isn't necessary to keep every PACE or even every PACE test, but it certainly wouldn't hurt to keep a copy of every progress report or every supervisor's progress card. And when a student graduates or withdraws from your school, an official transcript should be prepared and kept forever. It is important not to wait until you need records to be sure they're available. I encourage everyone to reach out to their alma mater and request a copy of your academic record or transcript, and then keep it in your own fireproof safe or safe deposit box, just in case. Because too many times I get off the phone with a student in tears because no one preserved their records. Down the tube goes the promotion, the new job, the military career, because no one preserved their academic records. You see, your school is the custodian of those records. If your school closes, you currently have two options. You can find a permanent home somewhere in your church where the records won't be affected by fire, flood, or future staff who don't understand their importance, and assign someone who is willing to take custody of the records and provide transcripts on request to your former students, especially your graduates. Or you can transfer those records to another school who is willing to accept permanent custody of them and notify your former students, especially graduates, of whom they should contact should they need records. Many have asked the question, what about scanning all of the documents and keeping only a digital file on a thumb drive or an external hard drive? And that's not a bad idea, but it also brings up another set of concerns. As we all know, technology today moves at the speed of light. Computers become obsolete as well as the coding and the data. Should you choose this option, you would need to be sure that you kept the records updated on a regular basis so you may be able to retrieve them when they are needed. But I want to give you an additional option, LCA. Now, please don't pack up all of your student files and ship them to Hendersonville, Tennessee. We don't have room for that. But we do have records for all students who have been enrolled in LCA going all the way back into the 70s. So how does that help you and your school, you might ask? I'm so glad you asked that question. I'm going to tell you how you can stop worrying and know that your students' permanent records are safe. How many of you have heard of dual enrollment? Generally, when folks think of dual enrollment, they think of high school students earning college credits while they are still in high school. And that's good, but we have another opportunity for your students as well. The LCA dual enrollment process. How many of you have heard of it? Does anyone have students who are currently participating in the LCA dual enrollment program? So let's talk about accreditation for a moment. There aren't many schools who have completed the regional accreditation process. And let me tell you that it can be a long and arduous journey. The process is very invasive in every policy and procedure of your school. And if you have a rule or a policy, you better be doing what you say that you do. It can also prove to be a very expensive process as well. But don't worry, you don't have to do that. LCA has already done that for you so that you don't have to. If you have earned model or quality status with ACE School of Tomorrow, you are eligible to participate in the dual enrollment program with Lighthouse. This means that you can offer your students the best education that is available anywhere through the ACE curriculum, and can provide them with a diploma and a transcript which is fully accredited and accepted in colleges and universities around the world. Just imagine the added value to your school when you can tell your prospective parents that you can provide their students with a fully accredited diploma if they graduate or a transcript if they transfer. Not only does it add value, but it adds validation. No longer are you just a church having school in the Sunday school room with 5 or 12 students, but you have the best mastery-based, individualized curriculum, the best trained Christian staff, the best character training available to mankind, and now you have valid documents which are recognized by institutions of higher learning worldwide. And your graduates and students have permanent records so that they can retrieve their transcript or diploma from now until Jesus returns anytime they need it. When I was a pastor and administrator, when a prospective family came and sat across my desk saying they wanted to enroll their student into our school, I would present it to them in this manner. We have the unaccredited program for this much, or we have the accredited program for this much. That way, the parent made the choice and paid the small additional fee for the dual enrollment. It would be very seldom that someone would choose the unaccredited program, but if they do, you can slide a printed statement across the desk to them and have them sign that they are choosing the unaccredited program. In this way, should they get upset later and withdraw their students, they can't say, well, you said this was accredited, to which you pull out the document they signed and the conversation is over. So to recap, the reason you will want to dual enroll your students with LCA are, number one, for added value and validation for your school among your community. Number two, to open up opportunities for your students and graduates for colleges, universities, trade schools, the military, and so much more. And three, for permanent records which are kept perpetually and available to your students from now until the return of Christ. Another great dual enrollment opportunity for your school is ACBI, Accelerated College of the Bible International. For many years, since the closing of the famed International Institute, ACE has deeply desired to have a Bible college, something which would provide opportunities not only for the graduates of the ACE curriculum, but for the ministry staff of your church and school to have continuing educational opportunities as well. Opportunities to further their education and improve their lives and careers, as well as to deepen their walk with God. High school students who are enrolled in LCA may also enroll with ACBI, earning college credits while they finish high school. LCA is happy to place these credits on our high school transcript, earning the student high school credit as well as college credit. We currently have one student who is beta testing a program where she will have her one-year certificate in Christian education by the time she graduates from high school. If this is approved moving forward, with the agreement of the administrator and the parent, a student may be able to substitute our college courses for certain high school courses. This opportunity would be especially great for students who plan to go into the ministry or have a career in Christian education. Your best staff can come directly from your alumni pool. I've known of several graduates who came back to work in the same learning center they themselves attended. That is an exciting way to keep your students involved long after graduation. Also, if they enroll into ACBI after they graduate, there are scholarships available to them because they graduated from a model or quality school. And for your adult learners, there are discounts available. We also offer a work-study program for those who wish to work at ACE School of Tomorrow while earning their degree. So ACBI isn't just for your seniors or your graduates. ACBI is for you. and your staff as well. Many pastors would like to update their training. Often we have staff or volunteers in our schools who have not been trained in education. Maybe they have an unrelated degree, or maybe they are just a high school graduate who feels God calling them into Christian education. ACBI is the perfect opportunity for school staff to update or complete their education with the same individualized Christian character worldview as your school. We provide discounts for those who are involved in full-time ministry, and we understand that your staff may not be able to attend an on-site college full-time, but may be able to complete one credit at a time from the comfort and convenience of their own home while they continue to serve in the Learning Center. It will also provide the valuable experience for your staff to understand the rigors and responsibilities that students face. This will not only reinforce the philosophy and training of the ACE School of Tomorrow curriculum, but will add empathy and understanding for their students. We are currently developing the curriculum for the 3rd and 4th year, and we are excited to enroll students in our bachelor's degree when additional courses have been completed. Hopefully, I have opened up many questions for you. If you would like to ask any questions that you have about LCA, dual enrollment, or ACBI, simply contact us at acbi@acem.org or at customerservice@aceschooloftomorrow.com.